ultimately it's your money, your time, and your effort. So for them to say, yeah, it's a
Hmm.
good deal, it's still up to you to verify what they're telling you, right? So I
Yeah.
think they're good people with good intentions, but at the same time, a lot of this stuff will end up with, it's a great question, but I don't know. Like I just
Because
tend to have a
my only thing
more,
is like, I mean, there's a lot of newbies like me, right? I mean, you seem to have a lot of experience on this side, and you kind of like understand numbers they're talking about. Me, when I look at it, I mean, what I'm looking at it, I'm saying, okay, I did my napkin. This is what I come up with. I submitted the deal, right? And this is the maximum offer price they're asking me. So I'm like, okay, so if it's falling within the stuff I offer, I send out a LOI with that maximum offer, right? Uh,
well,
it,
yeah. So think
doesn't
of
make.
think about this. Like if, and this is what I was saying before, right? Like if this guy's had this thing that he's been trying to advertise to people, even if it's off market, like he's been talking to people, I'm sure, to see if somebody was willing to buy it from him. If it was such a good deal,
Yeah,
right? Why didn't some,
yeah,
like, there's lots of
yeah.
people with, that are lots of intelligent people that have money that would be willing to invest in a good deal. And I'm saying,
Exactly.
like, it
Yeah.
doesn't even have to be like a fantastic deal. Just like if it's like, okay, man, I can double my money in 5 to 7 years, lots of people would invest in that.
Hmm.
But several people, I'm sure, have looked at this and have passed, which is why it went from off market to on market. And now they're trying to find somebody else that, potentially has a more optimistic view of how well this property can perform. So I think,
Yeah.
when I see a property that's on the market for a long time, or when I see situations like this where it's gone from off market to on market, and they're coming back and they're telling you, okay, we're willing to take closer to the price that you offered initially. The market is telling you that this property is not worth, what they think that it's worth, let alone what you think it's worth. Because if they're coming to you and saying, we're going to take your offer, that means you're the highest offer. Nobody else has offered them as much as you have. And so if you're the highest offer, you have to ask yourself, why doesn't anybody else think that this property is worth what I think it is worth? You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Makes sense.
If you're the low
Yeah.
offer and you make an offer on something and they turn around and they laugh at you and they go, man, I got 10 people lined up to buy this from me for 300, 400, $500,000 more than you offered me, then you got to say, oh, okay, that's great. Like maybe I can up my offer a little bit.
Hmm.
But if you're the highest
Yeah.
offer and they're coming back to you and saying, okay, yeah, I think we'll take your offer, you got to say, well, why doesn't anybody else think my property or this property is worth as much as I think it's worth? What did I miss?
Hmm.
How come
Yeah.
I didn't see the problems with this? Right. So
Yeah.
yeah, just I would say I tend to be substantially more on the conservative side when evaluating this stuff. My personal like kind of take on this deal is it is a little bit overpriced, even at the 2.6. I
Okay.
would say, if we can settle at 2.25, that'd be a fantastic deal. If we can settle at 2.3, 2.4, it's still workable, right? But
Hmm.
it's not still quite as like rosy as you might think that it is. But it's definitely much better than
Yeah.
2.6. 2.6 is, I think, still significantly too high for this property.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, because I mean, 2.5 was my original offer to him,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, he came back with 2.6. Yeah.
Yeah. So set up a call with the
Yeah.
guy, set up the call with the owner, ask him when he has some time. And like I said, we can talk to him together, ask some questions, go through all of that stuff, and then, see where we land. And, it's hard finding deals. So, don't be disappointed if we have to pass on this one. You just keep
Hmm.
doing your thing, calling people and, trying to find properties that fit the
Yeah.
criteria. It's a lot of digging to find the gold. So just be
Yeah.
patient and it will come.
Okay, yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate your help, bro.
Yeah.
I would definitely gonna go ahead and reach out to him. Do you have any specific time frame? I mean, how does your availability next week look like? So, I mean, if I can schedule something, you like oftenly available around this time?
Yeah. Late afternoon evenings are usually best for me. So yeah, just
Okay,
that's fine.
around 4, 8, 5 p.m. work for you the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let me see if I can arrange something. A quick meetup, 30-minute call or an hour call. I don't know how long it will take, but let me ask him what his availability looks like, and then we can, jump on the call
Sure.
and talk to him.
Yep. Sounds good, man.
Cool.
Okay. I
Thanks a lot,
appreciate you.
man.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate it.
All right. Talk soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye bye. So there we go, folks. That was an interesting conversation. We had a property that we looked at that originally looked good on paper, evaluated by other people. You saw my take on the situation. You saw how I went through what I look at, and what my assessment was of what I think it's worth and why. Uh, if you have any thoughts, comments, criticisms, if you have something that I missed, or if you think that I'm wrong in my assessment, or you agree with me, drop a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are, and like and subscribe. We can use a lot more like-minded folks on this channel. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.